Welcome, everyone. Man, oh man, another great week of football, man. Games are closed. Man, oh man, season is flying by. Felt like it was just yesterday was week one. Man, oh man, we're back at it. Before I start this beautiful show, I wanted to introduce you guys to my great colleagues. Today we got my friend over there wearing his awful Mets hat, the piece of shit Mets. My good friend, Tony. How you doing, everybody?
I don't know why we're pieces of shit, but all right.
The franchise, not the fans, the franchise. Then we got my good friend over there that got a haircut, no hat today. Man, oh man, David, how you doing over there, buddy?
I get a haircut every week, number one. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Come on, you usually have a hat on. That means you're studying. You modeling now. Or you studying for somebody.
No, I had a client meeting today, so
Gotcha. You kept the Friday professional, not have a hat on my show. Now you got my good friend over there, wearing green, but I don't know why because the green lost last night. I don't know why you got the green on, man. But
This
man,
is
oh man,
black.
that's
It's
black.
black.
It looks like green
Yeah,
over here.
this is a devil sweatshirt.
It looks like green. Tell me not, guys. It looks like green over there.
I mean,
No,
to the
no.
left side, maybe a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's probably the yellow
the
light.
inside of the jacket does a little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. How you doing over there, John Paul?
I'm doing good, man. If I can for a second, I'd like to congratulate my niece Antonia on the Livingston Lancers soccer team, girls soccer team. I'm making it to the sectional finals.
Wow.
Unfortunately, they lost to Ridgewood, but they had a hell of a season going 18-1. I'd also like to congratulate my nephew who plays for Seton Hall Prep Pirates. And they won their sectional finals today against Del Barton. They wound up beating them. They will be going to the state finals, and they are also ranked number 4 in the state. So congratulations to them. If I could, thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. Congrats to the family. Congrats to the one that lost. That's still good to make it that far. My high school team never made it that far. And your nephew's football team, that's football, right? Is going to the state finals?
My other nephew Michael, actually, that you say it now, he's heading to the semifinals of Pop Warner. He plays Caldwell this week. Good luck to him also.
Wow. Congrats. Good luck, guys. Good luck. But the one that's playing the states, he's a football player, he's a soccer player.
He's a soccer player.
Gotcha. Good luck, man. You got a kick. You never know. Go to the NFL. Any kickers out, especially the Jets. Man, oh man. All right, guys. Let's. I know we usually start with Sunday. Let's start with Monday today. Monday football, man. Last night we saw the Jets versus the Chargers. I don't know what happened to the Jets, man. This is not the same Jets I've seen the past couple of weeks. Defense is always coming to play. Offense somehow get through it. Like Tony, John Paul. Sorry, I'm gonna go first. John Paul, what happened last night, man?
Simple as fact, man. Offensive line. Their offensive line killed them. I thought defense, believe it or not, played pretty decent when the ball wasn't on the Jets side of the field. Because I watched the entire game, which I don't usually do on a Monday night because I work the next day. But I did. I watched the entire game, and offensive line was just horrible. The Jets' offensive line was terrible. I mean, you can't let up 8 sacks and think that you're going to win the game, especially when they forced 3 fumbles, 2 of which were on the Jets side of the field. One was at the 12-yard line, and one was at the 30-yard.
That is the correct answer.
Thanks. And that's how they actually scored both touchdowns. The Chargers, they scored both touchdowns inside Jets territory already. Other than that, I think the defense played decent. When the ball wasn't when the ball wasn't that close to the end zone, they played good. I mean, there's a lot of 3 and outs, they did their job, but offense just couldn't get it going. Garrett Wilson dropped a 20-yard pass that was a first down that would have had the Jets on the 13-yard line at one point, and he fumbled. And I mean, special teams killed it too. You know what I mean? They scored a special teams touchdown as well. Just an embarrassing loss. I'm going to be honest with you. It was very embarrassing.
Okay. Buddy.
Um, listen, there's only so much you can ask a defense to do. There really is. I mean, no matter how good they are, you know, frustration has to set in when the offense isn't doing anything. But I'll be perfectly honest with you, man. I thought the play calling was absolutely terrible on the Jets end. Um, Brees Hall only getting 9 touches in the first half is absolutely retarded. I mean, he's a beast. Um, I'll even talk about the first drive in the second half, where the Jets weren't out of it by any means. You guys get the ball to the 15-yard line. Why the hell are you not running the ball at least once? Why are you putting it in Zach Wilson's hands? The game is not out of hand at all. Why are you putting it in that kid's hands? Hand off once, twice, something. I mean, Brees Hall is a beast. I think the play calling was absolutely terrible last night. Very questionable, but here's the good news, at least for the Jets. Everybody in the division lost last week. So no ground gained, none lost. Even though if you guys would have won that game, it would put you guys in a really nice position. But like I said, no ground lost, no ground gained.
Okay. David, what do you think, buddy?
I just feel so bad for the Jets defense, man. They've been playing so good. They held Herbert under 150 yards passing, which doesn't happen too often since I consider him an elite quarterback. That punt return kind of deflated them a little bit too. To be honest with you, anytime somebody scores a special teams touchdown in the NFL, I just feel like it deflates the whole team a little bit. So I think honestly that kind of made them come down a little bit. But their defense, man, they're no joke. They held Eckler. They definitely held Herbert. I just feel bad. If Rodgers was here, that's why all I keep thinking. If Aaron Rodgers was the quarterback this year, where would they be? Simple.
I don't think they'll be anywhere because that offensive line is horrendous. Line is horrendous.
I mean,
John
he's the
Poltoni, do you
magic
believe
man.
that too?
Yeah, he's the magic man, dude.
Not,
He'll make
you
anything
can't
happen.
you can put Brady back there. Brady's gonna get killed.
John Paul's a Jets fan. Let him talk.
Well, I agree with Tony and David both at the same time. But the only thing I disagree about with Tony was the play call. The only reason I think they were putting in Zach Wilson's hands, which I think, yes, you're right. In the second half, they probably should have handed the ball off more because he was getting sacked as many times as he was. If you guys look up the stats, LA is.
I call him San Diego too.
I call him San Diego. It's normal. It's there. There's nothing I could do.
San Diegans.
The Chargers, secondary is ranked next to last in the league. They can't do anything with the pass at all. That they literally can't. So I mean, I agree in one sense and I disagree in another. But I think personally, if Aaron Rodgers was there, I think it'd be a little bit different. But I also think the Jets, if they would have known that their offensive line would have been this bad, 2 weeks ago, they would have made some changes, and probably brought in some players to help out that offensive line, especially if your quarterback is getting hit as much as he is.
100%. He's getting killed back there.
That's my only gripe so far this year. I know Aaron Rodgers went down and it happened 4 plays into the season. There's nothing I could do about that. But their offensive line is horrendous. And even Rodgers himself said it last night. He said going into the offseason, whether we come out with a winning season or not, he goes, offensive line is going to be our biggest to do over the season, over the off season.
Yeah, 100%. I gotta agree with that 100%. That offensive line gotta be fixed, man. That dude, Zach Wilson, was getting killed back there. Chargers was having a field day. Khalil Mack. We haven't heard Khalil Mack since his prime days. Now he was having a field day back there with Bosa. But hopefully Jets
Is he leading the league in sacks right now? What does he have, 10?
Maybe.
Hey, I think TJ Watt is leading the league.
Really?
Yep. All right, guys, let's stay in the AFC East, man. Are the Buffalo Bills, or pretenders?
What was the first one you said? Because you come in and out.
Are the Buffalo Bills contenders or pretenders?
I think the Buffalo Bills don't know who they absolutely are yet. I think the Buffalo Bills are trying to do too much, and that's what's killing them. When the Buffalo Bills stick to their bread and butter, like they did against Miami, they'll beat you any way they want. I also think they have too much talent on that team, and a lot of those guys want the ball. And unfortunately, Josh Allen is trying to give those guys their wish, but at the end of the day, dude, you just got to hit the guys that are open. I mean, Stephon Diggs can scream all he wants about, "Are you entertained?" I was entertained watching you lose. So for me, it is what it is. But I think the Bills will still be okay. They're definitely gonna. How can I put this? It's between them and Miami to win that division.
They have a tough
And
stretch, though. They have a tough stretch the next 3 games.
no,
Philadelphia, Kansas City, and Dallas next week.
well, and that's where you're gonna see if Buffalo is what you said, a contender or pretender. Now, if they go into that game, if they go into those games and they win 2 out of 3, let's just say, all right, 2 out of 3 coming out of those 3 teams. I mean, that's big. But if they go 0-3 against those 3 teams, you can kind of sit there and go, well, you're done.
Okay. Tony, what do you think, buddy?
I think right now I have to say they're pretenders a little bit. I think Diggs is their only real weapon, and Josh Allen seems to be only looking for him when he's throwing the ball down the field. They could probably use a little bit of a better running game. The fact that they really didn't make too many moves at the deadline just is a little scary. Yeah, I think right now the way it's going, they might be pretenders, and I'm not saying they're tanking. They're playing very bad football.
Okay. Dave, what do you think, buddy?
I don't think that for the AFC East, Miami hasn't beat a winning team.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna get to that one too. We'll get to that part.
The Jets are all over the place. The Patriots aren't going anywhere. So the Bills, I mean, literally what Tony said, it's going to be the Bills or Miami is who's going to step up. If I had to take them against each other, Bills already won against them. So I'm taking the Bills. So they're definitely, on just for the AFC East purposes, I consider them a contender.
Okay. I don't know. They got a tough stretch, man. They're also like Miami. They haven't beaten any good teams this year above 500. Bills. They only beat one team. Buffalo.
Miami.
Yeah, that was only one team. But they beat
They
above
played
500.
Cincinnati tough.
Cincinnati. Okay, sorry. Cincinnati too. Relax, pal. Relax. Cincinnati too. Okay.
Hold on. I agree with you that they played them tough, David. But Cincinnati was all over that defense. Buffalo's defense had no answer for Cincinnati, man. None. I mean, their offense kept up, and I agree with you. But their defense had no answer, man. Joe Burrow made it look easy. I mean, he made it look like, oh, I can go out there and play, I can go out there and play quarterback, man. He made it look easy.
Well, who's going to win the AFC East then? That's my question. That's the main question.
I think it's going to be Miami at the end of the day.
I don't think Miami hasn't beat any good team yet, though, Tony. They haven't beat anybody above 500.
Miami looked like crap.
Miami looks like crap against every team that's above 500. Look at every team they played. Look, Eagles are above 500.
You're asking who's making it out of the AFC East right now. I'm going to say it's Miami. That's right now the way the record looks, the way they're playing.
The way the schedule looks, they do have an easier schedule than the Bills. The next is the Dolphins. The next is the Raiders, Jets, Commanders, and the Titans. They got an easy stretch. The last 3 are hard. The last 3 is Cowboys, Baltimore, and Bills. The last 3 is a hard game. But the next 3 are easy games. They got easier schedule than the Bills.
That's crazy. That might come down to the last game of the season, maybe.
Yeah.
I want to be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
You say they have an easier stretch. And I'm not saying this just because I'm a fan. When Miami goes up against a defense that's decent, they crumble. So I really wouldn't call the Jets game gimme game. You know what
No,
I mean?
100%, without doubt.
And I'm hoping it's not. I do hope the Jets somehow kick it into gear. I hope they beat the hell out of the Raiders this week. I don't see it happening, honestly, but hopefully.
Okay, let's see what happens. All right, guys, let's stay in New York. Let's stay in New York. Let's stay in the NFC. Now we're going to shift towards the NFC now from the AFC. The New York Giants, Daniel Jones had a terrible, terrible injury. Hope you feel better, buddy. Hope you recover. He tore his ACL, right?
ACL.
He tore his
yeah.
ACL out for the year. Now, ever since that happened, rumors are coming out that Caleb Williams are gonna go after him heavy. The Daniel Jones, the days are over. Tony, you think that's a smart move to do now for like the next year?
So Caleb Williams is not going to come to the Giants. The Giants aren't going to get the number 1 pick. We're going to get May from Alabama.
North Carolina.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Why did I say Alabama?
Drake Mays from North Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alabama.
He's gonna be good, man. I'm pumped if we get him.
Here's the thing. I mean, Daniel Jones is still guaranteed next year, so that it's going to be who's going to play and who's not going to play. Daniel Jones is not guaranteed his 3rd year. He'll probably be gone depending on what next year brings. I'm gonna be honest here, man, and I think Daniel Jones has been hurt since the beginning of the season. And the reason why I say that is last year he was run first. He didn't give a shit about giving the ball to Saquon or Burrito or any of those other guys. And the last couple of times I've seen him run the QB option, I'm going, Jones, you have daylight. Why the hell are you handing it off? So I don't know. I mean, since the beginning of the season, I'm going, why is he not running more, like he did last year? Is it the coaching staff saying we're paid this guy a lot of money, we got to protect him? Is his agent in his ear saying don't run? I don't know. But once again, I mean, you go back and you look at some of these games, and he's running the QB option. He has daylight in a lot of plays, and he's not taking it. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But speedy recovery. I hope your career's not over because I do like you as a quarterback. The team respects you. I'll tell you this much: the defense looked terrible without Leonard Williams. Looked absolutely terrible without Leonard Williams.
I told you.
Well, I didn't make the decision.
I'm saying, told you.
But before we go into that, I gotta ask you second part to the question because I am seeing this a lot on social media right now. A lot of rumors coming out. Do you think this is gonna be Brian Dable's last year as a coach? Because the Giants do have a trend of finding their coaches after 2 years.
No,
they do have a big trend of doing that.
No, I'll tell you one thing.
Because they'd have to get rid of Shane too. He brought in his guy.
He ain't leaving.
Yeah, it's not happening. The only thing that's adding a little bit of fuel to the fire is Xavier McKinney not keeping his mouth shut.
Okay.
I mean, it worked for the Giants when they won the 2 Super Bowls with Coughlin. Where Strahan opened his mouth and said, "Hey, you got to listen to the leaders on the team." It worked back then, but Xavier McKinney, you're not Strahan. Nobody on your team is Michael Strahan right now. So I don't think he's leaving.
I think you could put that Strahan type of esque on Dexter Lawrence. A lot of those guys listen to him. But I agree with you. I don't think he's leaving. That being said, if the Giants were to get another quarterback and start him next year, which I don't think they should. I think they should let Daniel Jones start the season, see how things pan out, let that kid hold a clipboard. And if it starts to get a little shaky, then you throw him in there. And that's fine. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, next year is a little bit of decent money. It's not the 40 million people think.
That's the Chiefs did to Mahomes. They benched Mahomes the first year and they had Alex Smith play.
I give Dable a 2-year window after this year. The only reason I say that is because then these are your guys you're bringing in. These are all your guys you're bringing in. So you have a 2-year window. So next year, let's just say they progress a little bit and they let's just say they become a wild card, the Giants. I mean, they could do a whole lot better. We don't know that. But let's just say they become wild card. Then you can't really sit there and go, well, he had one great year, one crappy year, one great year. We got to let him go if we don't win a Super Bowl. It doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? But I don't think he's on the hot seat just as of yet. But then again, I don't know. The Maras are weird. And the only problem is if you look at it, the last three coaches that the Giants had, yes, they only lasted 2.5 years, give or take. Okay, but they also, none of them had any good coaching staff. You know what I mean? They were all decent coordinators, just not great coaches. So I think you give Dayball a couple more years.
Okay. Dave, what do you think, buddy? Before
If you take a quarterback with a top 5 pick, I am not letting him sit the bench. I would rather get an offensive lineman or trade the pick and get a bunch of picks. That's personally what I would do. Because if you put Drake May, Caleb Williams, or whoever back there, they're probably not going to survive the whole season either, to be honest with you. So I would personally trade. If we had a top 5 pick, I'm sure there's teams that will give us first round picks or, first and a second or whatever it may be. We need players, man. I would draft, honestly, in this draft, if we have a chance to get Marvin Harrison Jr., trade for an offensive lineman or get picks, I would do that rather than take a quarterback. I would let Jones have one more year. And I know that's the slogan, one more year for Jones. But I always see what happens when you start putting an offensive line around him first. If I was the Giants, I would draft nothing but offensive linemen and cornerbacks. That's all I would draft, personally.
I think you guys need another big name wide receiver too.
Well, that's why if Marvin Harrison Jr. is there, take him.
It would help.
Though Hyatt's going to be a beast. He was open 3 times with him. He was open 3 times. If the ball was in the right place, he would have had 3 touchdowns. That kid.
Yeah, but we need another. Robinson's good, but he's not great. Shepard's okay. Hodges is just had one good year, and that's it.
Well, Shepard, I mean, who the hell sees Shepard? When's the last time you've seen the field?
I know. I'm just saying. And Robinson only gets the ball on handoffs. So
Shepard's like 80 years old, isn't he, at this point?
He is.
I'm just saying we need a receiver. If Marvin Harrison Jr. is on the board when the Giants get him, and as much as we need an offensive lineman, you have to take him.
Okay. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. Let's talk about the Giants' opponent this weekend. The Las Vegas Raiders. Man, oh man. Antonio Pierce, a former Giant. I don't know how good he must feel that he beat the team that he played for and won Super Bowl with. Do you guys think this is the dawn of a new era in the Las Vegas Raiders with the energy now? A lot of the players are happy that Josh McDaniels is gone. Even Devontae Adams says he's going to be better now. You guys think the Raiders are going to at least get a wild card spot?
You got to give him more than one game.
Okay.
I actually don't think that the Raiders are that good. I think the Giants' defense kind of let up this game. It wasn't great. And honestly, no offense to what's his name, Tommy DeVito, right? Tommy DeVito.
Tommy DeVito, yeah.
No offense to him, he hasn't had the reps. You know what I mean? To at least throw the ball around, get with these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Time out. If we're gonna talk about reps, let's look at what the Minnesota just did the other day. Dobbs doesn't even know the guy you're throwing the ball to.
Hold on, Dobbs has been playing all year.
Hold on, no, Dobbs
has been playing all year.
But he was on a team that he did not know nothing.
He's a rookie, dude. DeVito's a rookie.
Yeah. But DeVito's on that team, though. DeVito was playing the week before that.
No, not Doritos. DeVito.
DeVito was playing the week before that. I don't like that excuse. No. Come on, look at what Josh Dobbs did, man.
Cool Ranch or is he nacho cheese?
Hold on. But what did he do last week?
-1 passing.
And he handed the ball off every
30
play.
times.
Who's talking about DeVito?
You gotta give him a little bit of time.
Dude, Barkley had all the carries last week. Have you not watched the games?
Give him a little bit of time.
The Giants game
the kid has an arm.
Yeah.
I mean, he could sling it, boy, and I'm talking about quick.
Okay. David, what do you think? You think he's going over the new era?
I don't care. Raiders are not the Giants or the Jets or anything close to here. Move on.
Okay. Tony?
What?
You already
Oh,
won.
you already said. Oh, yeah, sorry. My apologies. Relax. Relax, fellas. Relax. You guys need to calm down. Y'all need some good energy in your life. Y'all need to relax. Don't so aggressive. All right, guys. Man, oh, man. Is it, Matt, there's rumors now for the Patriots. The first time I ever seen in my whole lifetime of living, them being 2-7. I think these three dinosaurs probably seen it before. These guys pretty old. They've seen the Patriots be bad. Do you guys, and there's rumors now that Mike Vrabel is going to be the new successor of Bill Belichick. Do you guys think Bill Belichick's going to be fired by next week? Because they're saying that.
They can say what they want. The guy writes his own novel. You know what I'm saying? He writes his own way out. You don't win that many rings.
I heard if he doesn't beat the Colts, he's really going to be on the hot seat. That's the rumor.
He could be on the hot seat, but I think
get really hot if he doesn't.
I think they leave it to him to decide if he wants to leave.
They're going to tell him after
end
the
of the
post
season.
game next week to resign. They're going to tell him that what they lose. They're going to tell him either you resign and respect
I mean,
your legacy.
possibly the greatest coach we've ever seen in the history of football. He gets to kind of write his own way out.
No,
He is the
Kraft
greatest
isn't going
coach.
to put up with it.
Kraft is pissed off. He wants to bring a Mike Vrabel.
Dude, the fans are already. I have friends that are actual Patriots fans. They can't stand him right now. The fans are going
But
crazy.
that's just loyalty, though. Come on. Bill Belichick won you guys.
Dude, he drafted like crap. Have you seen his draft picks the past couple of years? No wonder why they suck.
Past 2-3 years. Relax, Chicken Little. He's been doing good before that. He bought him a dynasty.
Oh, really?
He bought a Tom Brady.
Who's the last person they drafted that was good?
Tom Brady. Pick number 199.
I'm talking about recently. Name one pick. Name one.
I mean, Mac Jones didn't look terrible last year.
No, Mac Jones and Christian Gonzalez. Those are the two picks. One, the corner from Oregon. Those are the only two players that even have potential that he drafted.
Okay.
And the Giants wanted him too.
I mean, he drafted Gronk.
He drafted Edelman. Edelman, Amendola. Where are you? Yeah, fact. Edelman, Amendola. That Chris Hogan, the lacrosse player.
What, when you were in diapers? We're not talking about when you were in diapers. We're talking about
I didn't know that old dinosaur. Okay.
You're that old. What are you talking about?
You saying I was
Dude, I'm asking you to name a person he drafted that was good lately. I'll give you 5 years.
Just Mac Jones. Like I said, he had a good year last year. I don't know what's going on this year.
But
if Mac Jones went to Las Vegas, I'm telling you right now, he'd be so much better in Las Vegas. He just throw to Devontae every play.
Okay, what did you think over there, John Paul?
I'll just say that one more time.
Yeah, I know.
About Doritos.
What are your thoughts on Belichick?
You think Mike Vrabel's gonna be successor? Because they're saying Mike Vrabel's gonna replace him.
I don't think he's going anywhere. Mike Vrabel's not going anywhere. They like him in Tennessee, and he coaches well in Tennessee.
He's got a good quarterback in Tennessee.
And you know what? Why would you want to honestly write your own book, man?
Levis is a good quarterback.
Right? Write your own book, dude. You're in Tennessee. You've had a couple very good seasons. I mean, shit. What was it? 3 years ago, they almost made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
dude. You know what I mean? The Titans have way more talent than the Patriots, though. I'd rather stay in Tennessee.
And that kid will. Man, I thought people say they should tank. You're stupid to tank. You got Henry in the backfield, and you got Hopkins, who actually started picking up. They can do some damage, especially in that division.
They're not out yet. They're not out yet.
Either.
I don't trust Jacksonville still. So
I don't think any team has run away with it yet.
No shot.
I thought the Chiefs looked like crap this weekend too. So
the Chiefs, yeah, they got lucky that Tua can't.
That game was terrible.
Terrible game. All right, guys. Before we have to wrap it up, I want to talk about the two more games. Yes, we see two more games, guys. Let's talk about the Seattle Seahawks versus the Ravens. Ravens destroyed Seattle. Thank God I listened to David Method. I picked the Ravens. What do you guys think of this game, real quick?
Yeah, but you picked the Ravens in the hope that Seattle would win.
Yeah.
Well, man,
I could care less about the game. The Ravens are rolling. That's my opinion about it.
The Ravens right now, the most complete team in the NFL. You can try to prove me wrong.
Odell got his first touchdown, so he's a happy guy.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
There we go. We all talked about it later.
All right, next. Last game before we go. This is a game that is big in the John Paul Monica household. The Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles. So the Eagles, I really Eagles must really get paid by the rest good. David, what do you think about this game, buddy?
Bad coaching. That's why they lost.
Mike
Or-
McCarthy on the hot seat?
Not yet. No, if he's gonna make the playoffs again.
Okay.
Dude, as much as I hate saying this, the Cowboys are better than the Eagles. In my opinion.
Their power rankings are higher.
Yeah, I do not trust the Eagles still. And I will not trust them.
Okay.
The only reason I agree is, again, I mean, I'm tired of saying the same shit about the refs. There was a lot of iffy calls in that game too.
Yep.
I'm not gonna get into it. But
You picked the Eagles, so it's all right.
But there was also, I mean, Dallas. I mean, Dak Prescott has to know where his feet are going to be, trying to go for a 2-point conversion, and the
Yeah, dropped on his head, right, in that play.
tight end
Yeah.
Ferguson, he's got to be in the end zone making that catch. He
He
cannot
was
make.
held though. That was pass interference though. That was clearly pass
That
interference.
was PI. That was PI.
100% that was a pass interference, and it should have been called, and it wasn't.
The refs again.
But at the end of the day, again, I'm not going to bitch about these refs anymore. Enough's enough. If the NFL doesn't see it when everybody else is talking about it, I've heard it on ESPN News, ESPN, Fox Sport. That
Boomer talks about it nonstop.
they're talking about how trash the referees are. Until the NFL does something about it, there's nothing we could do about it.
Yeah, like I said last week, I think they have to. I think they have to take a page from soccer and bring in VAR. That someone from Fox or ESPN or whoever's watching the game ref wise, stops the game and says, "Hey, we got to take a look at that play. There's a possible penalty."
They had that. They had that with the pass interference flag.
Yeah, but
Coach...
I'm talking about any big change, game changing thing. Is it going to add a couple more minutes to the game? Yeah. Get rid of the commercials.
I agree. I hate commercials.
Okay. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. I really do feel bad for the Dallas Cowboys. I really thought that was touchdown, but what can you
Dave, was
say?
the picture that funny that he can't even talk?
No, not even that. Not even that. All right, guys, let's do our weekly picks. Tony, who won last week, buddy?
All right, so we had a good week.
He's so hard for you to say who won last week.
So me and Umir took first place with 10 wins each. John Paul came in next, and David John Paul at 9 and David at 8. So it was a good week.
It was a fantastic week. That's not a good week. That's a great week. That is a great week right there. Great week for me, man.
You won 2 weeks out of the year so far, so pretty good.
Yeah, good.
Shut up, jackass. Okay, guys.
He's giving you a pat on the back.
But he chose the Rams again last week, and they got destroyed.
Let's not talk about that. All right, guys, let's talk about the Thursday night football primetime team. These are two powerhouses playing each other. We got the Carolina Panthers playing the Chicago Bears on Amazon Prime on Thursday night football.
Chicago. We've lost the past 3 weeks.
I know.
Thursday night games.
We were 2 out of 3 with that this week. I checked it out.
The Bears have a more complete team than the Panthers do.
But we all lost Thursday night football last week. We all lost.
No.
The next game we got is in Germany, man. The land overseas in Europe. Germany, we got the Indianapolis Colts versus the New England Patriots.
Oh.
Bill Belichick's job is on the line.
Indy.
Belichick is on the line.
Colts.
I want to take the Patriots, but I'm taking the Colts too. They've been on a roll lately.
Bill Belichick, I feel bad for my brother, but I got to go with the Indianapolis Colts as well because I don't think he'll win with Mac Jones. Now, there's 2 games.
Next game is a big one.
We got will you let me do it, buddy? That's my job, okay, pal? We got Deshaun Watson. We got Deshaun Watson. He got with the same draft class, I believe, too. We got Deshaun Watson playing his former rival in the same draft class. If I could be wrong, my apologies. We got going against the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore, man. What a game. Big divisional matchup. 1 o'clock game. Who we going with, Tony?
Baltimore.
I'm taking the Browns.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Browns as well. I think Baltimore's due for an L.
Okay, man, oh man. True. This is in Baltimore.
Take Baltimore, please.
I ain't gonna take the Baltimore Ravens because my sister, one of my little sister's born in Baltimore. This is for you, sis. Always team don't let me down. Baltimore Ravens. All right, next up, this is a big game as well. We got the Texans coming in to play Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati. This is a 1:00 game. Tony, who you going, buddy?
Cincy.
I'm going with Cincy as well because John Paul's looking at the stars over there.
John Paul's going to take the Texans.
Houston played so good this week, though. They played so good.
Any day now, pal. We don't. Any day now. Let's go. Any day now. Let's go. We don't got no day over here. Let's go.
I'm gonna go with the Bengals as well.
Ooh,
yeah, this is not a good idea, y'all. We about to be losing all week. It's about to be a bad week, a good week, because we all losing. All right, next up is a big game. Tony, you win, right? For the Bengals game, you win already, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next game we got. This is a big matchup, man. This is a good matchup. We got a 5-3 49ers traveling to the Jacksonville Jaguars. We're currently sitting at 6-2. Tony, who we going, buddy?
49ers going to lose again?
Nope, I'm taking the 49ers.
Yeah, so am I. They're coming off the bye. I'm taking the Niners.
They're coming off a bye. They just added Chase Young. I'm taking the 49ers. Get after Trevor Lawrence.
Sunshine.
It's a 1:00 game, though. That's the only thing that scares me.
His head is almost as big as Zumir's.
I'm going Jacksonville.
Wow.
I'm gonna go with the 49ers. Chase Young, Nick Bosa coming on the other side. Gotta go with the Niners. Next up, we got the New Orleans Saints playing the Minnesota Vikings. Josh Dobbs versus Derek Carr.
Minnesota.
Saints.
David, you love Minnesota, New Orleans this year.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with New Orleans as well because I don't think Josh Dobbs got a.
I'm gonna have to change my pick now.
You know, funny part is when we go against the Monica Brothers, we actually win most of the time when they pick against us.
You guys.
Now you said that. Now we're gonna lose. So thank you.
New Orleans played really good last
week.
No, we did not. I checked it with the matches. You guys won one. We won one against y'all.
New Orleans.
Genius.
All right, New Orleans.
Yeah, pal. Okay. Next up, we got the Green Bay Packers coming to play the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. Man, oh man, what a game this will be.
Last week I screwed myself and I didn't take the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm taking them this week.
Who are they playing? Who is this playing?
They're playing the
Green Bay.
Green Bay. Jordan loves Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay looked good last week, man.
Yeah, I'm going to take
the Pittsburgh.
Yeah, no, Pittsburgh did too.
I think Pittsburgh takes a Schittsburg, so I'm going to take Green Bay.
I'm taking Green Bay too.
I'm going to take Green Bay as well.
Oh my God, dude.
I love it. You guys are leaving me all alone.
Umir, stop fucking picking. I'm sorry. Stop taking.
David cursed. We got it.
Language. Profanity, man. We do not use profanity here. We have young children that watch the show. You should watch your mouth, okay? Watch your language. Okay, go get the soap and watch your mouth out, okay? Profanity in this show. Profanity. I cannot believe this audacity of you guys.
All right, come on.
Hey, shut up, Tubby. Okay, next up, we got the Tennessee Titans versus the Buccaneers. Will Levis has officially got to start. Both teams are sitting at 3-5, 3-5. And
Tennessee.
I don't know. Tampa looked terrible last week. I'm taking
game in Tampa.
Yeah.
I'm taking Tennessee. Tampa did not. Their defense looked like Swiss cheese.
Yeah, but their offense kicked it into gear in the second half. I like Tampa Bay.
I'm going to go with the Tennessee Titans, man. Will Levis, the new dawn of a new era. Will Levis.
I mean, they're going to have a really good week with you or a really bad one because of you.
Yeah. At least you won't be like John Paul, who only had one win that week. Next up, we got the Atlanta Falcons versus the Cardinals. A rumor has that Kyle Murray's coming back.
You said that last week, too. And where did you... Please.
Last minute
he's,
call.
He's like 4'1".
Atlanta.
I'm 3-9. What are you trying to say, John? What are you trying to say, huh, pal?
He's terrible like you.
I'm taking...
the Falcons or the Cardinals?
Falcons.
That doesn't make no sense. What is this?
Who the hell's going to take... Shut up.
You shut up.
What do you take? Are you taking Arizona? Are you taking your boy coming back?
I'm thinking Atlanta
Yeah,
Falcons.
take Arizona.
I'm thinking Atlanta Falcons. Ain't that stupid?
I'm gonna take the Arizona Cardinals. Like you always do.
Shut up, jackass. Next up.
All right, Doritos.
Shut up, you look at me, Ken doll.
Who?
The Ken
The
doll.
Ken doll.
Next
Yeah.
game, Detroit versus Chargers. Let's go.
Ooh, this is a tough one.
Detroit.
You owe me a
Ugh.
beer.
No, I said it before you did.
No.
Detroit's coming off a
We
bye
did not talk
too,
about
right?
alcohol products on the show, buddy. There's a PG-13
We didn't. We didn't. We said beer.
Amir, who are you taking? I'm going last this time. Just take Detroit.
No, I don't want to take Detroit. I'm taking Chargers.
I'm taking the Chargers too.
Because it's get
Dude, you're either gonna really screw me or you're really gonna or we're really gonna win.
that
Guys,
don't sound right.
Everyone's taking the Cowboys over the Giants, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That's an easy one.
Uh,
You are not taking the Giants.
will DeVito be able to make an upset?
I take them. Come on,
Good
come on.
Oh,
Take them.
man.
You
But the
won't do it.
Giants-
You won't do it.
No balls.
Because Brian Dable, but the Giants are gonna be tanking us. I'm gonna go Cowboys.
Oh my god.
Next up, we got the Commanders playing Seattle Seahawks in Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah, Washington's tanking Seattle.
I'm gonna
Washington
go.
last weekend.
Yeah, they're tanking anyway.
Tank this.
Washington Commanders.
Who you
I'm gonna
taking?
go with the Commanders.
I'm gonna
And then
take.
we'll Seattle.
taking
Okay.
Seattle?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
took the Commanders, so keep going. Next game.
New York Jets, Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Oh god. It's all a crap game.
I want the Jets. The Jets got to get a win. No, they're not thinking around with what's his face over there, Antonio Pierce.
It got me pissed off that game. When Robert Saleh had no emotion during that game against the Chargers, he had no emotion, nothing.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
You made your pick. David, who you got, buddy?
Amir, who are you taking?
He got
I'm
Las
taking
Vegas.
Vegas. I'm a new era. My new team.
Tony,
the Las
who'd you
Vegas
take? You
Raiders.
took Vegas
I
too?
didn't go yet.
I got my Vegas. I got my Devontae Adams jersey coming in and my Mahomes jersey.
Dude, the Jets really lose
Here,
2
from
weeks
Gap
in a row.
Kids?
Jets. I say Jets. I don't think the Jets are gonna lose.
Nah,
2
Tony,
two-
baby Gap.
Oh God, I gotta go Vegas.
So you
I
going Vegas too, David?
I think they're in. I'm going Vegas. I think they're energized with Pierce at the helm.
I don't
David,
think so.
David, where you going, buddy?
Jets.
David going
Jets.
Jets. Okay, next game. This is a Monday Night Football primetime game. This is a powerhouse matchup of two great teams, man. Wonderful teams these are. We got the Denver Broncos playing the Buffalo Bills on Monday Night Football.
Buffalo.
Bills.
Man, I don't know, man. Well, doesn't
Jump
my
off,
man?
you
Buffalo.
I'm gonna go Buffalo Wild Wings as well.
Come on.
That's a wrap, boys.
And all our viewers have a lovely weekend, and all the veterans. This Veterans Day is coming up this Friday or Saturday. We thank you all veterans that you did for your service, especially to my right hand man Peter Latoy. Thank you for your service, buddy. Hope you guys all have a lovely day, and see you guys back next week.